and welcome back to CNN. Right now, I am live from New York City.
Hey, I'm walking here.
Ugh, New Yorkers, seriously. Okay, right now, the opening arguments for the Supreme Court case of Engel v. Vitale are underway. Let's take a look into the Supreme Court this morning and see what the defendant and the prosecution have to say. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Court in session. Calling the case of Stephen Engel, the prosecution, versus William Vitale, the defendant. Are both sides ready?
Wait, there's something in my hair. I'm sorry. Ready for the people, Your Honor.
Ready for the defendant, Your Honor.
The petitioner may present their case.
Thank you, Your Honor. Almighty God, we acknowledge our dependence upon Thee, and we beg Thy blessings upon us, our parents, our teachers, and our country. This is a 2020 word non-denominational Regents prayer that was recommended to school districts by the New York Board of Regents. This is directly in violation of the Establishment Clause of the First Amendment, which states that Congress shall make no laws respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof.
Objection.
Just let me cook. This amendment was made relevant to the states to the 14th Amendment, which states, no state shall make or enforce any law which shall abridge the privileges or immunities of citizens of the United States, nor shall any state deprive any person of life, liberty, or property without the due process of law, nor deny to any person within its jurisdiction of the equal protection of the laws. Additionally, the state was funding religious practices because the school's loudspeakers were being used to recite the prayers, which was state-funded. The Constitution clearly states that the school does not have a role in establishing religion in the schools. Coercing students to participate in these practices is unconstitutional. That is all for now, Your Honor.
Good morning, Your Honor. This case should be overruled immediately. The prosecution has missed an essential aspect of this case. As they stated themselves, the prayer was non-denominational, which is one that did not follow any particular or specific religious denomination. The school did not coerce any student to participate in a specific religion. Like my client literally said, on God, like on his mama. But if all the religious kids go to private school, then who's going to fight for open-toed sandals in schools, Your Honor?
Objection!
No, but in the sense that...
No.
Additionally, the prayers were optional, which means that students were not forced to participate if they felt uncomfortable. It is true that New York's establishment of its Regents' Prayer as an officially approved religious doctrine of that state seems relatively insignificant when compared to the governmental encroachments upon religion that were commonplace 200 years ago.
How is he literally short and wrong? Like, pick a struggle.
There will be a 2-minute recess. This requires a pro-con list. First, the pros of having prayer. Students have the opportunity to practice their religion freely if they wish to. On the other hand, the cons of having prayer include the fact that atheist students may feel uncomfortable with the prayer. Second, the state is funding the prayer, which is unconstitutional because since they're paying for the loudspeakers in the school and the prayer is being said through those loudspeakers, then it's going to be funded by the state. And lastly, the First Amendment's Establishment Clause states that prayer is not to be supported by Congress. So I guess in this case, there are more cons than benefits. Court is back in session. The judgment of the Court of Appeals of New York is reversed and cause remanded for further proceedings not consistent with this opinion. On a ruling of 6-1 for Engel that prayer in public schools is not permitted as it violates the Establishment of Religion Clause of the First Amendment, in this country, it is no part of the business of government to compose official prayers for any group of the American people. This Supreme Court case was a landmark case for the United States because it struck down the concept of allowing prayers to be participated in public schools. The new rule of not permitting prayer in public schools was established even if it was voluntary and not directly associated with a certain religion. Then, going back to headquarters.
I believe I can fly. I believe I can touch the sky. Think about it every night.